A retired U.S. Marine claims he spent 15 plus years in space and on Mars, and that he was protecting 5 human colonies. According to claims of a retired officer, Randy Kramer, initially known under the pseudonym Captain K, not only have humans made it to Mars in the past, but we've developed a secret space program and flotilla that operates in space. It seems that there are 2 versions that are being filtered to society when it comes to space, Mars, and classified files relating to these 2. The first is that we have not been to Mars. There's a lot of work to be done, and our technology is still very limited. The other one is the exact opposite, a version that several individuals have backed up over the last decade. The question here is, who is telling the truth? And would it be ludicrous to think we've made it to Mars and colonized the Red Planet thanks to a secret space program? Well, according to Captain K, who is a former U.S. Marine, he was posted on the Red Planet for years, and his mission was to protect 5 human colonies from indigenous life forms on Mars. Not only did he spend years on Mars, but he also served aboard a giant space carrier for 3 years. We should keep in mind what Gary McKinnon got in trouble for after allegedly hacking into NASA websites, and he said he found UFOs and he found human astronauts going off-world into intergalactic space missions and things like that. So, is there something to this? According to Captain Kane, he was posted on the Red Planet for years, and his mission was to protect the 5 human colonies from indigenous life forms on Mars. Not only did he spend years on Mars, but he also served aboard a giant space carrier for 3 years. According to, I'd like to know how that happened, because, supposedly the human body suffers from space flight if there's no gravity to the body. So does this man have any way of informing us if they had artificial gravity? Now, according to a former U.S. Marine, he worked for the Mars Defense Force, MDF, which is owned and operated by Mars Colony Corporation, MCC, which is basically a conglomerate of financial institutions, government, and tech companies. Kramer and his team were part of a special section of the United States Marines with a highly classified mission: protect and ensure the existence of 5 newly established colonies on the surface of the Red Planet. The Earth Defense Force, another secret military branch, has military recruits from countries such as the United States, China, and Russia. I wonder if that's still going on now with what's going on here on Earth. Furthermore, Kramer states that his training took place on the moon, inside a secret base called LOC, Lunar, or short for Lunar Operations Command, on Saturn's moon Titan, and even in deep space. And not only do we have technology to get us to Saturn and outer space, Mars is a planet crawling with life, according to statements from the former Marine. According to Randy Kramer, the space fleet has technology far superior than anything available anywhere here on Earth, and the various ships have different propulsion systems which allow the space fleet to reach the frontier of our solar system with ease. According to Kramer, the propulsion systems use both fission and fusion power thrusters, warp drive, and anti-gravity technology advancements, and were facilitated to mankind by friendly gray aliens, is what he said. Kramer claims that there are 2 indigenous species inhabiting Mars, the reptilians and insectoids, both of them being very intelligent. The reptilians are a species much more aggressive, defending their territory at all costs. The insectoids are equally intelligent and capable, but are more passive, he explains. The fact that Mars is a planet capable of sustaining life has been backed by several researchers. Among them are Dr. Brandenburg, who even claims that alien beings waged a nuclear war on the Red Planet, and that we can find evidence of that today. According to Brandenburg, ancient Martians known as Sidonians and Utopians were done away with in a giant nuclear attack, and evidence of the genocide can still be seen today. According to scientists, there are very large traces of xenon-129 on Mars, and the only process that we know that produces xenon-129 is a nuclear explosion. In a TV interview, Dr. Brandenburg said, 2 great disasters happened on Mars. This is what he told Supreme Master TV, pointing to Utopia on the map. He said, one here, and then an asteroid impact happened here, and Sidonia was right in between them. What's puzzling, why would so many bad things happen in one area of Mars that just so happened to have archaeology on it? While Captain K has no physical evidence to back up his claims, he says that he's doing everything he can to obtain highly classified documents which would prove that he's telling us the truth. Parts of the testimony from Captain Kane are consistent with that of Michael Ralph, another whistleblower who claims to have served 20 years tour on the Red Planet. Again, though, they don't have any evidence. I posted a video yesterday with an interview with Michio Kaku, who says, okay, you've had ET and UFO experience and, interplanetary galactic travel, whatever. Why don't you bring back something? Steal a pen, for God's sakes. Steal something tiny that you could bring back to us as evidence. And obviously they don't have any evidence. Now, Laura Madeline Eisenhower, great-granddaughter of former President Eisenhower, claims that efforts were made to recruit her onto a human colony on Mars, led by researcher Dr. Hal Puthoff. Having served 20 years in space, Mars, and the Moon, Captain K retired with honors. This is a reference from Ancient Code. It's on Humans Be Free. Please leave your comments, and thank you for your support. This is an image concerning Google Mars, and you can find this where you find that 9 o'clock triangular thing on Google Mars. And where that circle is, you'll find, if you take that circle horizontally all around the planet, every few kilometers you'll find openings like this, exactly the same, rectangular openings. And one has to ask, why are those there? Are they underground passages leading to bases underground under the surface of Mars? And these are recent rover images of structures, artifacts on Mars. The scientists told us that these are natural geological formations, but as you'll see, this does not look natural. It looks like the mountain was cut in order to create a doorway, and you can see that it looks like there's plasterboards or even a very strong wall, ceilings, and ground, and something in the background inside it. So please leave your comments. Thank you for your support. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support, and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.